Hey people, it's Nias talking. And this is from Politico. So here it goes. No more babies. The hormone-altering chemicals threatening human procreation. Sperm counts are set to reach zero in 2045, leading scholar Shanna Swan says. So for fans of children of men, we're heading for that in a generation. There's a looming solution to all of humanity's problems. By 2045, most men may no longer be able to reproduce because of the impact of hormone-altering chemicals. That's according to Shanna Swan, a leading scholar of reproductive health. The current state of reproductive affairs can't continue much longer without threatening human survival, she told Politico. That adds yet another danger to the list of potential human calamities, but awareness of our looming reproductive demise still isn't widespread, Swan said. We're about 40 years behind global warming in terms of awareness, she said. 4 years ago, she calculated that sperm count of the average man in Western countries had fallen by 59% from 1973 to 2011, making international headlines over a looming spermageddon. Now, Swan, an epidemiologist at Mount Sinai Medical Center in New York, paints an even grimmer picture in her book Countdown, which was later published in February. Following current projections, sperm counts of the median man are set to reach zero in 2045. Swan and co-author Stacy Colino, a health and science journalist, write in the book that means half of all men would have zero viable sperm and the rest would have very close to zero. The reason, Swan said, may be growing pressure to endocrine disrupting chemicals found in everything from plastics, electronics, food packaging, and pesticides to personal care products and cosmetics, and as such are in the bodies of just about everyone on the planet. Chemicals such as bisphenol A and phthalates inferior with normal hormone production, including testosterone and estrogen. Even in small doses, they pose a particular danger to unborn babies whose body is still developing, while other factors such as contraception, cultural shifts, obesity, and smoking are likely to be contributing factors. Swan warned of indicators that suggest there are also biological reasons, including studies that found infant boys are developing more genital anomalies, and testosterone levels have been dropping at 1% per year since 1982. The outlook for women isn't good either. The miscarriage rate has risen by 1% per year over the last 2 decades, while more girls are experiencing early puberty. If these trajectories continue, she warned, in vitro fertilization and other artificial reproductive technologies may become widely needed for conceiving children. Swan has been studying the impact of chemicals on fertility for over 2 decades. In 2005, she was the first to prove her team the so-called phthalates syndrome in humans, showing that baby boys exposed to 4 different phthalates at the end of the first trimester in the womb had a shorter distance between the anus and the beginning of the genitals or gooch, one of the best indicators of reproductive potential later in life. Unfortunately, there's no quick fix. Swan recommends purging harmful chemicals from our homes by teaching processed food, choosing personal care products that are phthalate-free, and swapping plastic-free food storage containers for glass ones. But ultimately, it's not something that we can shop our way out of, said Swan, adding that we need to have different chemicals in the products that we buy, and that's the job with the government and the chemicals industry. Here, the European Union has the edge of the US. There's just much better regulation in the EU, Swan said, of the EU's REACH regulatory system that puts the burden on the industry to prove that chemicals are not harmful to human health and the environment before they can put on the market. In the US, we are still in the dark ages of putting chemicals out, exposing people and seeing if they cause harm. Swan said, however, that she was kind of optimistic that we could turn this around and keep the decline in fertility and sperm count from hitting zero. The reason is a mouse. A 2017 study found that if a rodent is exposed to an estrogenical chemical shortly after birth but never again has contact with the substance, sperm count was completely restored in 3 generations. Of course, 3 generations in humans is in quite a long time, so we really have to get busy, she said. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. I'll leave this article in the description. If you'd like to support this channel, leave a GoFundMe. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave it as well. If you want to buy one of my t-shirts, I'll leave that there as well. Peace.